Hi guys, in this video, I'm gonna be replacing about 45 feet of fascia along the backside of my house. So I'll take you guys through here in just a second and show you how beat up it is. But in my case, this is about a 2x6 board that runs the length of the roof right underneath the last shingle and the drip edge there. So for some reason, it's a little bit more rotted and beat up than it should be. So the rest of the house is looking pretty good, but this back edge here might have been, rain over time. It wasn't seated correctly, something like that. And I need to rip it out and replace it. So let's get to work. And we have Princess here who's gonna help us out today with the project. Say hi, Princess. She's about a 4-pound little kitty that lives here in the backyard, and she's really excited to participate. So I'll go up on the ladder here, show you guys this back fascia. And I actually just had a brand new roof put on, so that looks perfect, brand new drip edge. But then you come down here and you can see that this is really beat up. The paint, all the paint is coming off of it. And this is just completely rotted. So I need to pull this down and then redo this entire edge here. And again, it's about 45 or 50 feet. So need to go get some lumber and then get back to work. Now in theory, this shouldn't be too hard. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 nails in each of the trusses under here. So that's gonna be a pain. I have my Sawzall, so hopefully I can cut through everything, but it's already a little bit loose. So hopefully this won't be too bad in pulling it off. But I'm gonna go get some fresh 2x6s from Home Depot and then get those ready to go. So just got back from Home Depot. I got the straightest boards I could, these nice 12-foot 2x6s here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, pretty straight, not too bad. And again, we want it to be really crisp as we go across the back edge here, so the house looks really good and tight. And yeah, it was a fresh pallet at Home Depot. No one had picked through it and left all the scraps yet. So I got some of the top boards, so should be really good quality. And this, I'm using Douglas fir, which I've used for basically all of my outdoor projects. A lot of people don't recommend using it, but I love it. If you stain it or you protect it, paint it, it'll last forever. So some people recommend you got to use cedar or other type of wood to do roofline projects, but I think Douglas fir is perfect for this, and of course it's very cheap, so I love that. First thing I'm going to do is paint all of these boards, all 4 sides of them, because it is a pain in the ass to try to screw something up at the roof line 10 feet above your head and then try to paint it. You're going to miss a couple of the edges. It's going to be sloppy, so I can get everything full coverage, really thick, multiple coats here, and have no issues. So I'm going to do that first, let it dry, and then go to work on tearing down the existing fascia. And then we'll be ready with the boards to go right up into place. And one tip I might suggest is, maybe some people agree with me, maybe some don't, but I like to use paint that is for stucco and masonry when I'm doing really anything outside, even putting it on wood. And it does say for use on a variety of other exterior surfaces. So stucco and masonry paint is super, super durable. I think it's more durable than regular exterior paint because it moves and contracts with the heat, especially here in Arizona. If something gets the sun on it, it's really going to expand, and then there's that cold element as well. So I like to use the stucco and masonry paint for wood as well. Okay, I got almost all the painting done. I got to flip over these boards and do 2 coats on the other side. Everything's got 2 coats already, so almost done there. And now I get to start the fun part, which is busting out my Sawzall and start the demolition process. So let's get to work. So I think I cut all the nails. I need to go double check, and I'm trying to be as smart and as safe about this as possible because this is a big, like 12 or 14 foot board across here, and there's multiple of them. So I don't want to cut the last nail and have it come falling on my head. So I used wood clamps to secure it to the roof, and now I'm going to slowly remove those and see if I'm able to get it down. Hopefully it comes down easily. I might need a little force, but we'll see. So time to take the first beam down. So I realized something a second ago, and that is a smarter idea, which is to cut the beam into smaller pieces and then pull it down, so I don't have to worry about this big piece of wood, this giant old 2x6 falling on my head. So I'm gonna work on that. I thankfully have a wood blade for my Sawzall, so should have thought of that like 10 minutes ago. Just in the vein of safety, it's just smarter to chop it into smaller pieces and take it down. So I'm gonna start doing that now. So about halfway done, and I'm trying to be careful here because again, this is a brand new roof and drip edge. So I'm trying to make sure that I pulled the fascia down enough where the Sawzall doesn't clip the drip edge. So this was definitely a smarter idea. I left the clamps up just in case, in case it was to fall and it would catch it. So, or at least give me enough heads up to not have it knock me in the head. So this is actually working well, and excited to get this down and get the new stuff up. So here's the old fascia against the new boards I just painted, and you can see how old and rotted this is. I can literally like tear it apart with my hands. So definitely anyway. All right, I got about 1/3 down, and then I got to do the rest here. So I got to do the same drill with the Sawzall, cut all the nails, and then pull it down piece by piece. So this one didn't take me too long. I got about 15 or 16 feet done in, I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes. So now that I know what I'm doing and I can do it safely, I can get the rest of the fascia down. So all the old fascia is down, and if you'll notice, there's a nail from the roof into every single one of these, or maybe even multiple nails. So need to clean those up and make sure that there's a flat edge. There's also some roofing staples as well. So I gotta make sure that I can get the new boards in flush, so we get that tight look that we're looking for. So now I gotta do some cleanup before we can get the new boards in place. So I'm taking my cutters here, and there are these roofing staples all throughout the roof that also penetrated the old fascia. So I got to make sure that, again, we get that flush edge. And so just grabbing on these. I can even go through nails. I got to give it some force though. Oh, it's tough to do one-handed. Come on, there we go. All right, so just cleaning up this whole edge. I got another 35 feet to go. So got to get after it. So the edge is all cleaned up. I clipped all the staples and the nails, so it's looking really good. And at the corner here and at the other side, you can see that there's what I'm guessing is a 45-degree angle on the wood, to make that butt up against the fascia on the other side. So I'm gonna use my skill saw here to cut one of the boards so I can get that corner nice and tight. And the nice thing about the skill saw is it has an adjustable shelf here, so I can set it at 45 degrees and hopefully make a nice clean cut. So you can see how that's set up here. So I just need to cut off one of the corners on one of these first boards here, and then we can work on getting the first piece up and in place. As you can see, I'm using the big 36-inch wood clamps again, which is working out really nicely and holding the board. These aren't too heavy, but again, you don't want this thing falling on your head. It's 12 feet long, probably weighs about 15 pounds. So now I can just adjust this into place and get that nice 45-degree angle matching up in the corner there. And then I can adjust this. And what you'll notice is I did another 45-degree here. So instead of having to butt up to 90-degree angles, I can slide another 45 in, and that is actually how the old fascia board was set up, and it gives it a nice tight look without any gapping. So excited to do that as well. Just doing some final touch-ups here. I added some exterior caulk on the joints, and then I'm gonna paint it just to give it that extra weather protection. So just give it a nice little coat here, color match, same paint I was using before. So, and it's gonna dry really quick here because I'm facing the setting sun. So now, nice smooth finish across the top here. And I'm also putting just a dab of paint on the screw holes as well, just for that weather protection. And so we have that uniform look across the top. So just finished up with the fascia project, and I started before 10 a.m. this morning. It's just 3 o'clock this afternoon. So including a lunch break, it took me about 5 hours to finish everything. So I'm really happy with how it came out. I got a nice uniform finish across the front, and I'm super happy that I painted all the boards beforehand. So now I don't have to worry about getting up on a ladder and painting all the sides and just a paint on the shoulders and the neck. So it's basically done, and I painted just a little bit of touch-up work. So let's go take a look at the finished product. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until the next DIY video, I'll see you later.